It's hard to remember a time Star Wars wasn't in my life. Growing up, I loved the films, and I loved the video games. There has been constant debates on what game is the definitive best Star Wars game. I'm going to go through some of the most critically acclaimed Star Wars games and try to figure out what game is truly the greatest of all time. Also, I haven't played all the games, so if there is a game you think I should play, such as Republic Commando, let me know in the comments. The first game we're going to look at is Star Wars The Force Unleashed. I thought this was a solid game to start with because next month is the 10-year anniversary of the game. The game was released on September 16th, 2008, and it was on all three main consoles at the time, which was the Xbox 360, the PlayStation 3, and the Nintendo Wii. We're going to review the PlayStation 3 version, and yes, I know, the Wii version had more levels, and people say it was awesome. Well, I'm sure it was, but let's just agree no matter what platform it was on, The Force Unleashed was awesome. The way you start the game is awesome because you literally begin your quest as Darth freaking Vader. You're on the planet Kashyyyk, taking out Wookiees, and you eventually fight a Jedi and find his son, and Vader decides to make this child his apprentice. As a kid, the idea of Vader having an apprentice during the original trilogy blew my mind. It made me wonder that what could be this guy's fate, because we don't see him in Return of the Jedi. So the general plot of the game is that Vader's apprentice, Starkiller, hunts down Jedi who survived Order 66, until he realizes what Vader's plan is all along, and then slowly decides to fight the Empire with this group of people, which will later be discovered as the First Rebellion Squad. Story and lore-wise, this has a lot of great things. We all know this isn't canon, but I don't think that should affect a person's enjoyment of a game. Honestly, deep down, I hope they make Starkiller canon at some point. I'm not sure if they would follow this plot, but it would be nice to see the character back. But going back to the game, I will say the gameplay can be repetitive, and it kind of sucks when you have to go to a planet you have already been on. I feel like they did this because it was probably either budgeting reasons or they needed to make the story mode longer, but didn't know where to go. Also, the QuickTime events can be annoying, but I've seen worse QuickTime events. Honestly, it could have been cool if we had a couple more Jedi to hunt down, but the couple ones we have are really interesting. I especially like the Jedi on that trash planet who has been abandoned, and he's in this abandoned temple, and it's really cool. The two biggest praises I can give The Force Unleashed is the environments and plot. The two biggest negatives I could give it, though, is repetitive gameplay and not enough planets. Overall, this is a fun and intriguing Star Wars game that will have you sitting in front of your TV for hours. But it's not the best. The search continues.